It's Thursday, and you know what that means. Welcome to Max Wrestling Podcast. This is your captain speaking, along with El Jefe. It is just the two of us this week. No Beer, no Corey. But you know what? We got double predictions. So
double predictions. Double predictions indeed, my man, and it's a good time to do them. We're going to kick it off with some TNA Rebellion predictions and then work our way into AEW Dynasty. And then, of course, we got to talk about the beginning of the Bloodline Civil War as Tama Tonga has arrived on SmackDown. Plus, we hear from our newly crowned Knowledge Champion, Feeney, the man they call Phoenix, who has something to address. Doesn't exactly involve his championship, so I'm just as intrigued as you are, trust me, but you got to wait it out just like the rest of us do. So make sure you subscribe right here on the YouTubes /Max Wrestling, and of course follow us on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever it is you get your podcast, and head on over to the beautifully done website maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com for all these links and more.
Yeah, boy. So, what do you want to talk about?
A whole bunch.
So, what do you want to talk about?
So, yes, we are potentially, maybe obviously, in the midst of the beginnings of a Bloodline Civil War. Seems to be the plan is to have one side led by The Rock, one side led by Roman, after Tama Tonga debuted on SmackDown, which WWE fans didn't shit on, by the way. I guarantee you, if he would have debuted in AEW, they would have shot all over it and said, "Who the fuck's that guy?"
Yeah, which, you know what? Yeah, you know what? Hey, give it up. Give it up to the Eve fans that normally would give a fuck. Would give a fuck about somebody from Japan, let alone somebody the as I'm gonna say it, the stature of a Tama Tonga. You got to remember, dude, Tama Tonga's been in fucking Japan for a long time.
Yeah,
a long time,
and a staple of the Bullet Club.
You're telling me? I think he was like the 4th or 5th member or something like that. So he was a long time back when Finney was around, if you will. But it blew me away. Obviously, I knew he was coming. The rumors of him going to the E in some shape or form was happening. I did not think they would go the line of the Bloodline. Just because I was like, hey, you don't really know. It's my cousin's thing. So now it's no longer the brother battle that we had that we shouldn't have got at WrestleMania. Now it's the battle of the cousins, the Cousins.
Yeah. Looks like it's probably going to lead to an Usos reunion. And of course, when Roman does come back, he's going to get that huge babyface pop because now he's gotten over as a heel. Excuse me. He's gotten over as a heel. He had that mad run as world champion. He's got the respect of the fans now. So he comes back, reunites with the Usos, reunites the original Bloodline. People are going to go nuts.
Oh, yeah. It'll be like the Shield even.
Maybe bigger than the Shield. I mean, they really fucked up the Shield reunion because they did it within like a year, and then they did it another 2 times. Then they brought in Kurt Angle. Then they had Triple H on a house show.
Don't do it.
They didn't leave the Shield dead long enough.
So I said
it was almost like it never went away.
Sorry, Kurt. No, it never did go away. It never went away. It just kept coming. But I mean, I have to ask you because I didn't ask any of the boys in TSK, so I forgot to ask them. So I'm going to ask you first. Did you have any inkly feeling that Tama Tonga was going to go to NXT and have nothing to do with this main event storyline?
No. I didn't expect him to go to NXT. And maybe it seemed too obvious for him to join the Bloodline story. But that was the rumor. And I guess it makes sense because maybe WWE diehards knew him better than we thought they did or gave him credit for. Because like they introduced Solo on NXT, but this was like before the Bloodline was huge. He was just, it's the Usos' little brother.
Yeah.
But like you said, Tama Tonga was huge in Japan. He's had Twitter beef with Roman a couple of times. So I think the WWE bubble fans were aware of him. And
like that.
So they knew there was some kind of family connection. The whole Bloodline thing is, even with the Rock's family tree thing up on the screen, it was confusing as hell.
Seriously.
we we knew there was some kind of family connection, so it seemed kind of obvious to me that they were going to throw him into the bloodline thing. Did not expect him to turn on Jimmy though. I didn't expect any kind
No.
of bloodline civil war.
No, that was the last thing I suspected. I don't know what I was going to try to say. Suspected as well. But then, like I said, it was just it leads kind of perfectly, if you will, to exactly what you're saying. Having the good bloodline versus the bad bloodline. The I guess technically the younger cousins versus the older cousins in this instance. We can finally beat the older guys. I mean, I'm making jokes, but in all reality, that's what it looks like. That's what it looks like it's leaning towards, and it's not like it's going to be a bad thing.
It's almost like the NWO branching off.
Thank you. I was literally going to lean with that one. I feel like it's an NWO, or you could even win the Bullet Club if you really wanted to be that kind of guy, because Tama Tonga, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But I would have 7-8 months ago, when Vince was still possibly lurking around, and this idea, if he could have led with this idea, I would be so nervous right now. So incredibly nervous, because the reality is I feel like he would start this and then bring it to a screeching halt while fucking over Tama Tonga and probably like the Usos and maybe even The Rock all at the same time. You know what I mean? Everybody would be screwed.
Would not have trusted Vince with this storyline at all.
No. But it's Uncle Paul. And Uncle Paul is, as much as some Eve fans don't want to hear this, Uncle Paul, as he did in NXT, is trying to go back to wrestling. This is a pro wrestling show. We're entertaining, baby. We're entertaining like a son of a bitch. But we're pro wrestling. We're going to start becoming a little more pro wrestling. And because of that, I think he has as of right now, I don't. Now, granted, I'm also very, I love the black and gold days. Okay. And when you're telling me you get this roster on this budget in this arena and you're fucking more over than the big brand, what are you going to do with the big brand? You know what I mean? And right now, none of it has been bad, let alone not good.
No.
Most of it has been above average. I don't think anything has really been below average. I do think he needs to stop making all these jokes all the time, though. I think he's just killing himself just a smidge. Because I did watch Raw, I did watch NXT, and the whole belt thing. The new belts look. I don't hate them.
Better.
They're better. It's just I'm like, you really can't. Not every belt has to look like the World Heavyweight Championship. You know that frill or whatever it is in the background.
Yeah,
they all don't have to look like that. But it's fine. I'll take it and shut up. You know what I mean? Because these other things were disgusting for numerous years.
This is the first time in a long time that I've seen a WWE belt reveal and not immediately gone, ugh.
Exactly.
They're nice. But maybe in retrospect and looking back at it now, I kind of think maybe the straps are a little thin because it looks like the center plate is big.
Oh, it's fucking
it's like a fucking stuffed crust pizza with a WWE logo slapped in the middle.
That's beautifully put. You just made a lot of people hungry. But
they're definitely an improvement.
Wrong. Right, there it is. But to revert back to what I was trying to get at before I go off the whole tyrant, Triple H, while he was Papa H, if you will, while he's presenting these belts to Miz and Truth, he's just like, all right, can I get out of here now? And I mean, I don't. And I'm not saying this as a negative. Maybe I am already being the negative Nelson, if you will. But I don't want too much DX Triple H. Yeah. You know what I mean? Every now and again, fucking that was awesome. You know what I mean? Fucking hilarious. To have banter every now, banter is fine. Going back and forth, I'm all about that. But you really don't need to turn every fucking thing into a joke. I get
you got
it.
Sean for that.
Exactly. That is exactly what Sean is for. And you could, I wouldn't say start bringing him out. I'm just, as much as I'm loving happy-go-lucky Uncle Paul, I feel he still needs to have a little bit more sternness. You know what I mean? Right now he's been happy-go-lucky. I need a moment where he fucking shut something down, and then maybe I'll shut up.
Yeah, I can see that. I think actually since his heart surgery stuff, he's kind of dialed down on the intensity a little bit. And I don't know, maybe the pressure of running the whole fucking show now. But
big pressure, fam.
It's almost like TK, but on screen. Like he wants to be everybody's friend, but at the same time, Triple H can run the shit.
That's we have seen him put his foot down and be the boss. I just want him to do it on TV.
Yeah,
that's all. I just want you know what I mean. I just want him to do it on TV.
And fucking R-Truth is a international treasure. He's a global treasure.
Global. Universal.
Like you can see him. Let's get rid of that word, please. You could see him cracking Triple H, calling him Tommaso Ciampa. And I made the joke last week because WWE Shop advert came up on Facebook and it was a Triple H plush, and I sent it to you guys, going, "I swear this was Tommaso Ciampa."
Same. You sent it. I was like, "Well, that's cool. He looks a little weird though." But no, it was fucking goddamn Triple H. But dude, you could ask my wife. She was literally walking in. I was kneeling on the ground. I was laughing so hard. I was just like, he's like, that's not Triple H. That's Tommaso Ciampa. I was dead.
You a clever little genie. And of all the things for Miz to get through to him, he did it in French.
That was the thing that killed me. Is first off is obviously, if like Miz is married to somebody who's French, Marjo, Frencher than all hell, and his mother-in-law. Yes. I never expected this man to learn French, and the fact that he delivered it, like, I don't want to say flawlessly. I'm sure Kevin was back there like critiquing him like an asshole, like, nope, you got it wrong, you fuck. But it was great, and then Truth's like, oh hey, yeah, that is like, what the fuck. How many? Then that might be my next question. How many languages does fucking Truth speak? You know what I mean? Is he the only person that talks to Shinsuke in Io Sky? Is he the only person that talks to them?
Truth speaks Japanese. Truth.
Hey, that's what it is.
Going back to the Bloodline, of course, like we said, Roman had an iconic reign as champion. Now it's Cody's time. And as expected, some people haven't adapted to it. You can kind of understand it can be a little bit difficult for some people because we had Roman as champion for almost 4 years. That's what you're used to. But to complain that Cody is a boring suit-wearing champion after not even 2 weeks, just about 2 weeks, and he's cutting the same promo every time, he hasn't got a feud yet.
Hold on. Wait. Cutting the same promo? Hold on. Let me channel my inner Roman.
Right.
Insert name of city. Acknowledge me. How many fucking months did we have to endure that?
48.
Fuck out of here.
He literally cut the same promo for 4 years. Acknowledge me. This is my show. I run the Bloodline. Nobody can beat me. Blah, 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 blah.
Look at my fucking teeth.
But it worked for Roman. But nobody complained. I mean, we complained that it took him 2 weeks to get to the ring.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say there wasn't actual complainers, but yeah, you had people. Oh, fucking Roman's too much. I wouldn't say he's too much. He was soaking it in, man. You know what I mean? Just it worked for him, and he ran with it. Who fucking cares? But as my man in the TSK, Rob said beautifully. Now, granted, this post was like 2 days ago. It's been 9 fucking days.
Mm-hmm.
Cody was champion for 9 days when that first fucking tweet went out or whatever, saying fucking that he was a boring suit wearing champion, and it was like, what? I don't understand. It was like, dude, Cody. First off, Cody's been wearing suits, so don't act like this is like a fucking change up. This is not a change up. Cody has been wearing suits.
Also, what's wrong with a world champion wearing suits?
Have you ever heard of a guy named Nature Boy Ric Flair? There's a spot back there. I got the shirt on. Like, come on, fam. Come on. Like, all he ever did was wear the expensive suits, mind you. The expensive suits. So come on, you carry yourself like a goddamn world champion. His dad used to wear mink coats, for fuck's sake. Come on. But fucking people are weird. Don't get me wrong. It took me 2 years, but even I, at Mania was fucking, I was acknowledging him because it was a stellar reign. He is our generation's Hulk Hogan minus the negativity.
Yes.
Let's keep that funky. You got to put that out there. You got to. But you can't go shitting on Cody already.
No.
Already.
Also, like, he's been on 3 shows in those 9 days. We were lucky to get Roman once a week.
Once a month.
Yeah.
Once a month.
If you call Cody a suit-wearing, boring champion that cuts the same promo every week, this guy right here, he came out every week on Raw and wore jean shorts and a black t-shirt, swore a lot, drank a lot of beer, called Vince McMahon an asshole. That was Stone Cold stuff, and everybody loves it.
Yep.
So you can't really complain about Cody coming out in a suit every week, asking people what they want to talk about, celebrating being WWE champion again. Again for the first time. The Roman era's over. Again, he doesn't have an opponent or a challenger yet. He's yet to enter a feud with somebody. So what do you want him to say? We're about to have a triple threat match to find out who he's going to face.
Hold on. I want to ask you a question because you asked it beautifully, or you used it beautifully in a promo. Are we not allowed to have fun?
No.
You know what I mean? It's like, dude, Cody is, again, it was the guy, he won it all. He finally finished the story. You know what I mean? It took 2 fucking years. You can't be happy. You can't be happy and like celebrate this shit. I can't. Oh, thank God. I'm having my moment on Raw. I'll have my moment on fucking SmackDown. I'll have it on NXT if I want to. I'm a goddamn world fucking champion, fam.
Yeah.
All right. Like,
I'm laughing at these ones that are like, I miss Roman already. Dude, we went weeks without seeing Roman. How can you miss him already?
Weeks, man.
He worked like 6 matches a year. How can you miss him already?
That guy
this is no disrespect to Roman, by the way. That was his thing.
But it's the truth.
He wasn't around enough to miss him.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I was like, the guy was barely around. Jesus Christ. You miss, so you're telling me you miss like that one boss in HR that like shows up once every like 4 months and says, "Oh, we're having a pizza party." So that I really like that guy. He doesn't even fucking know your name. Doesn't even fucking know your name.
Oh yeah, I saw you last time. You did?
You did? What? Who are you? Did we just hire you? I've been here for 8 years. There's no way you've been here for 8 years.
Just going back to DX now, reminded me of that Bidden's Survivor Series. I think it was Phoenix going to correct me on this one. I think it was 06 or 07. Probably 06 because Triple H got injured again.
That was about right.
And they were on a team with the Hardys and stuff, and then who was it? Mike Knox was in it.
That's right. Oh yeah.
Gets super kicked right at the bell, gets eliminated within like 10 seconds, and then Sean turns to Triple H. Who was that? That's Mike Knox. He works here? Yeah. Was he in this match? He was. He's not now.
See, like that, I'll accept all day long. That banter all day long. Just because it's them going back and forth. I just,
Some people don't like 2006 DX because they were older and, acting juvenile. It was fucking gold as far as I'm concerned. Sean and Triple H are awesome together.
I think people are slowly realizing that deep down, most of us, man, as mature and manly as we have to be, we're fucking grown children.
I had a friend, have a friend, isn't a wrestling fan, never watched wrestling. I showed him like one segment of that DX comeback in 2006, and he went out and bought the new and improved DX DVD.
That's hilarious.
2006 DX was awesome.
They were the best.
It was fun.
Thank you. Having fun. Motherfuckers can't have fun.
That is the key. So yeah, we now have Roman Crybabies instead of Cody Crybabies, and that's fine. Roman will be back. He'll ignite the Bloodline Civil War, and you can all stop crying.
Yep.
And when Cody actually has an opponent, you can shut up then about that too. So
Yeah, just fucking give the kid a fucking month, man.
seriously.
Come on, you just won. You just beat Roman Reigns. Go back 30 plus years. You just dethroned Hulk fucking Hogan. You
Yeah.
really don't think I'm gonna celebrate that shit for a month?
This Andre the Giant guy is boring.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Fuck out of here.
All right, so there will be no TNA recap later on today because we're going to be predicting Rebellion. Now we have two pay-per-views to predict this week: TNA Rebellion and AEW Dynasty. TNA is notoriously difficult to predict, but it's less Impact specials now, and they're actually doing pay-per-views. So let's have a look. We'll kick it off with the pre-show, one of the two pre-show matches. Spitfires, Danny Luna and Jody Threat defending the Knockouts tag. Why is this on the pre-show? Defending the tag team titles against Decay.
It's fucking Decay. They've been fucking Decay over, fam. They've been fucking them over.
I gotta be honest, it's getting a little stale. Decay are either challenging or defending these tag team titles, it seems, every week.
I swear to God, there's like 3 women tag teams. I swear to God.
Yeah, this is true. And Spitfire, I haven't had them long, so I see no reason to drop them again. Like, enough hot potato with the tag team titles.
Seriously, enough hot potato. I'm there with you because like I said, I just cracked the joke. That they have all 3 women champions or tag teams, but it's the fucking truth, man. They don't have nobody, so it's like just leave it on Spitfire. Danny Luna and Jody Thread are out there. I like them more, okay? Because I swear to God, every time we do one of these, it's Decay that's on the goddamn pre-show, and it pissing me off. They're OGs in TNA, OGs. So what do you doing right there? No respect though.
The teams are like these two, and then you got MK Ultra. And I can't think of any other tag teams.
I was really trying to think of one other team. There's got to be another team. No, there's totally another team. Not a real team. Never mind. It's not a real team.
No, yeah, because they had that gauntlet a few weeks back, and it was just people thrown together. Like Alicia Edwards was teaming with somebody.
I was literally just thinking. I was like, "What did Tasha Steelz?" I was like, "That's not a real team." I was like, "That wasn't a real team."
Okay, so 2 for Spitfire. The other pre-show match, we have a 6-man tag: Leon Slater and ABC versus the Rascals.
Oh man, this looks like it's gonna bang for no damn good reason. But also at the same time, I think they're gonna get like 11 minutes and get told to fuck off.
Yeah, and again, it's on the pre-show.
Yeah, it's very disheartening. But
Leon Slater's also like pretty new. I'll say pretty new. Like back end of last year, he came in, and now he's just starting to do stuff.
I was just gonna say, I was like, he's just getting the spotlight, is what I was gonna say. And then at the same time, you already know they fucking love ABC. Like, it's hard not to love these guys. Ugh. One of the last guys throwing around Bullet Club, for fuck's sake. But the Rascals are awesome. They're never. I've never hated on the Rascals, no matter what form they're in.
ABC
have been on a Bullet Club.
Pretty good run too.
Yeah, but I'm a sucker for the Bullet Club, so give me Slater and ABC.
Yeah, I'm tempted to go that way too because, like, yeah, ABC have been. Well, then again, there has been a little bit of tension because
they are. Yeah, I must say, but they're also hot potatoed in TNA too.
Yeah,
believe it or not.
They have been like button heads lately because Ace Austin wants to focus on the tag team titles. Chris Bay wants to go after them and singles titles.
Yep, and an X division. Yep.
But please don't break them up because I think this is like the most popular Ace Austin has been.
Yeah, seriously. No disagreeing here. I used to fucking hate the lad, but Fuck with them now.
Yeah, let's keep them together, and let's go with Leon Slater and ABC.
Come on.
All right, then on to the main card. I'm probably going to work from the bottom up on this one because that's got to be the main event. So let's
I was
kick
just
it
gonna
off
say
with
you better not start with that first. Like, come on.
Joe Hendry versus Rich Swann with
Joe
AJ Francis.
Hendry. Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
Again, yeah, AJ Francis in Rich Swann's corner. Obviously, he's been feuding with Joe Hendry a lot since his debut. I would not be surprised if AJ Francis cost him the match.
Better not, Joe Hendry. Fucking love Joe
I believe.
Hendry, but I believe, goddammit. He's so awesome. I've said this story like 99 times. I swear to God, I fell in love with this fucking dork. WCCW or WCWP, whatever the fuck it was, the goddamn internet wrestling shit.
Oh yeah.
YouTube that turned into was it Defiance or something like that? Anyway,
yeah.
But guy went from being this fucking chubby nerd who would sing to not as chubby as a nerd who still sings but a little bit better. He's just fucking. He's a comedy wrestler who's too good at being. He's too good at being a wrestler to just be a comedy wrestler. So it's like fuck, dude, make up your mind. But yeah, it's AJ Francis and dude one hand choke slammed him the last time we seen him, or at least the last time I saw it.
Yeah.
That's a big bad motherfucker. So out of mindset. Well, no, fucking whatever match they have is already set up. I'll go with Swann just to keep fucking with it. I really want to go Joe Hendry, but no, you got to keep building it up. They're gonna have a big match, him and AJ.
Yeah. Hendry's like the most over Scottish wrestler since.
I was just gonna ask. He's Scottish, right? Okay.
Actually, you know what? I need to see him and Grado at the same time in the same place. Not because they look similar, but because they were both over comedy Scottish wrestlers.
Stupidly over.
Yes.
I never really got into Kato or what the fuck is his goddamn kid's name again?
Grado.
That's how you say it. Grado. He looked like a fucking overgrown teenager who would wrestle, and I would laugh my ass off at first. But I also never gave him a real chance. That's on me. I gotta give him a real chance. But he's over shit. I have seen him blow arenas up.
Yeah, it takes something to get arenas full of wrestling fans to sing Madonna. He also went on to star in this Scottish comedy about the police force.
Oh, it's fucking great.
Yeah, he's great in that too. Okay, moving on to a last man standing match between Josh Alexander and Hammerstone. They are one apiece. This is the rubber match. I honestly, it's almost like neither one can afford to lose.
My initial thoughts is yeah, but then at the same time, I'm like, Josh probably doesn't have a problem going down for this one, and I know he wants out bad.
Yeah.
So play the nice guy for a little bit, get told, all right, fine, you're released. You know. Plus,
Hey, Uncle Paul, how you doing?
Right, how you doing, Uncle Paul? And hey, you want a better version not a better version, a younger version of Kurt Angle without the neck problems? There you go. Just add a little charisma to him, and which I'm sure you guys can do. But anyway, to get back to the poll thing, they really want to build Hammerstone, or at least they should be wanting to build Hammerstone. And this is a perfect opportunity to do it. This is a way to, I don't want to say replace Josh Alexander as like that, that mean guy in TNA, but it's definitely that opportunity to staple yourself as the big mean bastard of AEW. That's not AJ Francis or Moose.
No, and Hammerstone has been really playing the heel since he beat Josh. So, apart from Moose in the system, we don't really have enough heels. We got Kazarian, AJ Francis, but like somebody who could actually be a threat to Moose, I don't really see anybody other than Hammerstone. So keep building him.
Yeah, keep building Hammerstone.
Okay. And the second gimmick match of the night, which I like,
Hey.
Full Metal Mayhem. Eric Young
Ooh.
versus Frankie Kazarian.
This is going to hurt.
Yes.
So, was it fucking TNA OGs going to blow skis? The last time Kazarian, when was the last time I seen Kazarian do fucking hardcore shit? It's been a minute.
Probably in AEW.
I was gonna say, yeah, but it's been a minute. No, they weren't in the street fight, were they? No. I was the best friends against somebody else. I don't think that was.
I'm sure SCU had a street fight at some point.
Probably. But I know Eric Young is a crazy motherfucker. Okay, and hardcore is definitely more his game, at least in my mind, than Kazarian. I mean, maybe Kazarian used to do it way back in the day when I wasn't paying attention to indies.
Nah, he was more flippy shit.
Well, there you go. You helped me out already. But Eric Young has always been, especially once he leaves fucking TNA, he's always been a crazy sick fuck. So I'm gonna lean towards Eric Young, even though I want my SCU fam to win it out, but I just don't think he's gonna get it done, which is not a negativity, it's not a knock on him. I mean, he's had a pretty good TNA run so far. I mean, yeah. He's been thrown into the mix. He's just a dude, but he was just a dude in AEW. So
yeah. I'm leaning more towards Kazarian. Again, he's really been playing it up as a heel too since he turned on Eric Young. And even though he's a TNA OG, people respect him. He's getting a lot of heat for it, so I'll go with Kazarian. I also think Eric Young is kind of winding down a little bit because he seems to be stepping into that role of the TNA spokesperson.
Hey, that'd be cool.
Like, not saying he's going to be retiring anytime soon, but to see him wind down a little bit makes sense with him being... He's basically doing Jeremy Borash's job. Coming out and hyping up the crowd.
Right. Well, TNA is fucking back.
Next week.
Oh, yeah.
That legendary clip. If you know, you know.
Hey.
All right, let's get back to the women. It's probably going to be a quick one. Jordan Grace defending the Knockouts title against Steph DeLander with Matt Cardona. And they had a beautiful contract signing where Jordan Grace was like, I beat you.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking to Matt Cardona, I beat you, I beat your girlfriend, and I've even beat your wife.
That was the best. And he's like, I don't have a girlfriend. He got all in defense mode. Yeah, I would too, motherfucker. Chelsea crazy too. Fucking chop it all off, fam. But I also think that this is literally writing on the wall where Matt Cardona will probably get involved. I mean, him and Jordan Grace have gone to blows before over the digital media title. I could totally see him costing her the belt. I don't want him to, but I feel like it builds. You know what I mean? And you need that build. You need, you need Matt Cardona's girlfriend to have some momentum because God only knows his wife's hanging out in catering. So I'd have one of his broads doing something. So
we've also seen how crazy his wife can get too.
Again, I'm not fucking with that one.
She went from a crazy bride to a Karen. So I'm just saying, beware.
Beware. The scale can go anywhere, bruv. Anywhere. Like I said, as much as I don't want it to go off of Jordan Grace, I just feel like there's too much against her. I don't know who would even come out to even the numbers. You know what I mean? Her fucking husband, maybe. I don't even know where the fuck he's at. Well, who isn't he signed?
Oh yeah, he just resigned. Yeah.
Oh, then never mind. Jordan Grace retains.
And then we get a fucking mixed tag.
Then. Goddamn short fucker. He's short as shit.
He is. It doesn't help. He's got no neck.
It doesn't. Really does.
It's like 5 foot to the shoulders, and then there's the head.
As a former wrestler who used to have a giant neck back in the day, I feel his pain. But, goddamn, fam.
Yeah, I completely forgot about him. Jonathan Gresham. But, yeah, that would make sense for a mixed tag. Keep the title on Jordan Grace because she hasn't really had it all that long this time. Yeah, fuck it, I'm going with Grace.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know how long Mark Cardona is going to stick around.
I was just gonna ask that, and what are the chances that Gresham actually shows up?
Yeah, well, I mean, they did make a big thing about, hey, Jonathan Gresham's re-signed. Okay, cool. What happened to I need to find my place? But anyway,
you have a place here. They gave him the old fucking the Josh Alexander. Your place is here, motherfucker.
I mean, it's better than how they usually write people off TNA. They usually murder them.
The murdering.
Well, you want to go to AEW? Okay, we're gonna stab you in the throat. Wait, what?
You stab you in the fucking throat, and the guy that's doing it is gonna get covered in your blood. What? Yeah, you're fucking brutally murdered, fam. You ever seen like Texas Chainsaw Massacre? It's gonna be like that.
I love how they brought Eric Young back though, because when he left TNA, obviously he was in a cell with Dina, and you just see Dina stabbing the shit out of.
I was gonna say Dina fucking murdered the dog shit out of him, bro.
He turned the camera into Swiss cheese. So then Eric Young comes back, and they explain it like, well, we didn't actually see him die. Like when Dino left the cell, he coughed up and woke up. Oh, okay, so he didn't get stabbed to death.
You're telling me this motherfucker got shanked 44 times and lived? Goddamn, he's stronger than 50 Cent. Are you kidding me? Fuck being shot 9 times. I got stabbed 44. I went to a whole other company, lived, and came back. What the fuck? The logic, boy. The logic.
They must have some kind of back to tank in NXT.
I'm telling you.
Star Wars reference. All right, that's great. Let's go to the X Division title, Mustafa Ali versus Jake something.
Look, bro, Mustafa Ali, I love this kid. I'm fucking loving his run. But I fucking love Jake something. Okay? Like, I got something for Jake something. Let me put it like that. I've been watching this dude's PWG runs for the last year and a half after they've come to a screeching fucking halt. Come on there, fucking TK. Bring that shit back. And I don't want to be like, oh, he's totally getting wasted in TNA, but I feel like the X Division belt is the belt that's normally hot potatoed. And I'm not trying to hot potato belts, but I also need motherfuckers to get over. And I feel like as much as Mustafa, I don't want to say he needs the belt to be over, because the motherfucker got over just by doing the dumb suit wearing gimmick in fucking TNA. He got over fast at the press conference shit. But it's maybe it's just me. I'm dying for fucking Jake something to get something. Yeah, give me Jake something for a sneaky win.
No, yeah, I mean, I just think it's too soon to take the title off Ali.
And that's why I'm hesitant. Because he's been champ, what, 3-4 months?
Not even that, weeks.
I was going to say, 3-4 weeks, if that.
Yeah, I kind of want to see Ali go on a good, 6-month run. Because, obviously, like you said, his whole gimmick is like a presidential campaign. And he's coming out with security and shit. So if they keep the title on him, he can do wonders for the X Division as a top untouchable heel.
And I think that's probably where they'll lean, but you know me, I'm a sucker for some change. And then at the same time, we know how fucking oddly unpredictable TNA can be. So
yeah, it's true.
I'll stick with my Jake something.
Okay, well, speaking of the system, they're defending the tag team titles against Speedball Mountain, Mike Bailey, Trent Seven. Again, they haven't had the titles long either. I think they won them at the last pay-per-view.
I was just going to say, I was like, another one, 4 weeks out most?
Yeah.
But it's fucking Mike Bailey and Trent Seven. You know what I'm saying? Like, these guys, again, Mike Bailey, another dude who's got really good momentum since coming into TNA. I want to say sometime last year. I want to say he's been around for about...
Within the last 6 months?
Yeah, I want to say he's been around for about 6 months. That sounds about right. About 4 or 5 months already. Trent Seven, for a dude who's been around for 2 months, has a lot of momentum. Speedball Mountain is kind of a weird name, but I'll fucking take it. But again, it's super fucking early, and I don't want to go changing belts super fucking early, but I feel like These cats need the momentum. This is a different ball game. You could use the momentum on their side for Speedball Mountain could be useful, but Eddie Edwards and Brian Myers. You know what I mean? It's the system. Where the fuck is where's Alicia at? You gonna fuck some shit up?
Yeah, I mean it says she'll be in their corner.
So then that already means she's fucking some shit up. I'm not happy with it, but I'll go with the system. No unpredictability here. As much as I would love Speedball Mountain to get a dub, that's like asking fucking DIY to randomly fucking beat the fucking Aussie Dorks. It ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, I'm playing it safe, going with the system too. And you know what? I'm actually kind of torn on the main event. So Moose is defending the world title against Nick Nemeth. Again, I don't know how long Nick Nemeth is staying in TNA because he's also got New Japan obligations. He might show up in AEW.
Let me drop a little McNally on you for you to help a brother out. The last TNA world champion that went to Japan was a gentleman by the name of Curtis Angle. He then went on to be IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, wrestle the likes of Nakamura, Brock Lesnar, blah, 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 blah. I fucking love Moose, and I think he would absolutely kill in Japan. But who is the current IWGP Global Champion? Nick Nemeth. Who's likely going to go back? And again, this is the promoter side of me talking here. Who's going to go back who could go back wearing two belts? One representing your American company that you once had an agreement with and worked with, and the other one being a brand new title, me helping branch you out. The guy that's the sucker for attention, I say you crown Nick Nemeth, whatever the fuck you want to pronounce it. You set up any kind of anything to bring anybody over from Japan, any fucking body, and you use that as leverage. You do what the WCWs of the past used to do. You allow your champion here to go over there, showcase your promotion, and maybe even return back with more fucking Japanese gold and shit. You know what I mean? Just continuously branching the name. I don't think it'll happen. I know I'm in La La Land, and that's fine. I like living here. So because of that, I'll go with Nick Nemeth. I'll be the oddball out. But I'm telling you, having this cat in Japan, both of these fucking belts, as much as the Japanese market is slowly dwindling and we have to deal with us hating on how guys like Jack Perry are getting over, watch fucking how big fucking Nemeth gets. Just watch. Yeah. Just fucking watch. And this and the TNA world title, as much as most Americans, let's go with that terminology, because I'm not even gonna bring in the fucking the UK fans, because to them a championship is a championship. At least maybe I'm wrong on that one, but to us, we're very picky out here. You know what I mean? Oh, you're a mid card, you're in this promotion. No, a world champion is a world champion, and this is a perfect time to take a guy that they brought in. We know they're going to make him a giant star at some point. Now's the time to pull the trigger. So I'm full on with it. Let me fucking see it. What big things are coming up in Japan sometimes? Didn't the G1 start here in a couple of months?
Yeah. Well, is it June? Yeah.
I want to say June or July it starts.
Yeah, it's usually through the summer.
Mm-hmm. So
I mean, we have seen strange things happen this past week with Marks winning the IWGP World Title.
Right.
So inter-brand champions is a thing right now. Nemeth's a face.
Exactly.
Not a baby face. He's a face. He's a face you put on the posters and people know who he is.
He is what those E-drones are saying about Punk. He's a fucking draw. Regardless of how you look at it, how big of a draw you consider him, he is a draw.
Yeah.
He could show up anywhere. I'm at going to the any indie in the world with the IWGP and the TNA. You look like a megastar. Like a megastar.
Yeah, and that clip of Nemeth's debut ripping off his shirt and revealing a TNA shirt, the one we've got in the intro, they need to be pushing that shit everywhere because that's a great image.
It is an excellent image. I'm surprised they don't use it in their opening fucking credits.
Yep, there we go. There is all of Rebellion, 9 matches, including the 2 pre-show matches. That's on Saturday. Then we got AEW on Sunday, which we'll get to in just a little bit. People get the wrong impression about Max Wrestling Podcast. We're a non-violent form of entertainment. We never use sex to enhance our image. As podcasters, we understand the importance of being positive role models. We're wholesome, family, entertainment.
You son of a bitch!
A 40-year-old fucking virgin.
Oh, you fucking did.
We're trying to make the world a better place for mankind.
Max Wrestling has a new attitude.
Get it?
Then it's probably not for you to get.
Welcome back to the Cap and Mo Show. This is your captain. He is El Jefe. Make sure you are liking and subscribed on YouTube. Follow us everywhere, and for all the information you need on our new attitude, go to maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com.
New attitude. I can help myself. Still to come, Dynasty predictions, and of course, we hear from the brand new Knowledge Champion, Phoenix. But first, as we just predicted TNA Rebellion, we still got All Out Dynasty to go, or AEW Dynasty to go. I called it All Out. That's good enough for me. So let's jump into the WWE recaps because, trust me, they were worth your time. And it's time for Travis, the coach, getting my damn whistle, Anderson, to finally come back to recapping the smack.
SmackDown opens up with the undisputed WWE Champion Cody Rhodes, who borrowed his wife's iconic line from AEW when referencing The Rock on Raw. He then looks forward to finding out who his first challenger will be in the upcoming Triple Threat match. The Triple Threat qualifiers begin as LA Knight defeats Bobby Lashley and Santos Escobar as interference from both Legado del Fantasma and the Pride cost both of their members the match, with Knight hitting a BFT on Escobar. In the ring, the remains of the Bloodline address the WWE Universe as Paul Heyman admits that Roman Reigns waiting 10 years for revenge on Seth Rollins cost him the WWE title. Heyman's interrupted by Solo, who reminds him that losing has consequences before turning his attention to Jimmy Uso. After Solo hugs Jimmy and turns his back on him, Jimmy is attacked by a debuting Tama Tonga. Together they beat down Jimmy. As Heyman tries to cause Roman, Solo smashes up his phone and they brutally assault Jimmy with a chair. Out next, Braun Breaker soundly defeats Cameron Grimes after, of course, a spear. In the ring, the new WWE Women's Champion Bayley comes out to celebrate, but is quickly interrupted by Tiffany Stratton, who assumes Bayley is issuing an open challenge, but Bayley snubs her in favor of Naomi. As Tiff disrespects Naomi, Naomi interrupts and steps up to Stratton. Naomi then defeats Tiffany, avoiding a moonsault and rolling her up for the win. Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair defeat Chelsea Green and Piper Niven as Jade hits Green with Jaded and pins her for a second time. In the main event, AJ Styles also qualifies for the Triple Threat match, defeating Kevin Owens and Rey Mysterio with a Styles Clash to Rey on top of Owens. He then comes nose to nose with his nemesis, LA Knight. Now we're skipping Collision Course, and due to another AEW Dynasty predictions. So, taking one for the team, and I'm going in Raw. And with a heavy heart, Rhea Ripley opened Raw with her arm in a sling and confirms the rumors, vacating her title due to Liv Morgan's attack. Rhea vows for blood when she returns and says if she finds Liv backstage, she's going to end up in jail. Liv immediately comes out with security holding her back and finally pull her away as Rhea headbutts a guard before being confronted by the Judgment Day backstage. Sheamus returns after 8 months and defeats Ivar with a brogue kick. Triple H and Adam Pearce are in the ring to unveil the new Raw Tag Team titles as they call out Awesome Truth and rename them the World Tag Team titles. As Truth gets confused, Miz finally explains it to him in French. In a triple threat number one contenders match, DIY defeat New Day and the Creed brothers as Awesome Truth look on. Candice and Indy defeat Maxine and Ivy as Indy finally plays dirty, hitting Maxine with a big boot and pulling Candice on top of her before holding Ivy back, and as Candice gets the win. Backstage, Damian Priest fires up the Judgment Day and tells Finn Balor he needs him to win. Jackie Redmond is shown interviewing Chad Gable training in the ring before the show, who says he will expose Sami Zayn. Andrade defeats Dominic Mysterio with the message, but gets immediately jumped by JD until Ricochet makes the save. After a recap of the Bloodline segment from SmackDown, Kathy asks Jey Uso about it backstage. Jey says he told Jimmy to come with him, but he has to focus on Balor. Chelsea Green and Piper Niven defeat Katana and Kaden as the rules of a tag match seemed to go out the window when Piper broke up a pin with a crossbody to Kaden, allowing Chelsea to stack up the pin. Backstage, Kathy interviews Liv Morgan, gloating about injuring Rhea as there was no sympathy for her own injury. She then vows to win the title, and it's not the end of her revenge tour. In the ring, Cody Rhodes thanks Adam Pearce for allowing him to be on Raw, even though he is technically on SmackDown now as WWE Champion. Cody also thanks Seth Rollins for keeping his word at WrestleMania. He then addresses The Rock and promises if he's going to bleed, then The Rock will bleed too. Cody turns his attention to the Bloodline, notes that Roman was not around, and calls out Jey Uso, offering to have his back against the Judgment Day. Jey says he's going to do it alone. They share a yeet before Cody leaves the ring. Backstage, Kathy interviews Nia Jax about Rhea Ripley dropping her title. Nia says the women's world title is hers because everyone either fears her or learns to. Jey Uso defeats Finn Balor with a spear and an Uso splash. After the match, Damian Priest comes down to confront Jey. The rest of the group attack Jey, which doesn't seem to be what Priest wanted, but he lets it happen anyway. Jey super kicks Dom and escapes through the crowd. The camera follows Jey all the way outside where he bumps into Sami Zayn reminiscing. The camera then follows Sami back into the arena, also to the delight of the hungry fans. He then enters through the crowd the way Jey came out. In the main event, Sami Zayn successfully defends the Intercontinental Championship against Chad Gable with a haluva kick. Gable finally turns heel and attacks him from behind, ending with an ankle lock wrap in the turnbuckles. After all of that, I am thirsty, so now it's time for a round of a beer with NXT.
In a change to our regularly scheduled programming, Mr. Bia will not be joining us this week for your NXT round. Clearly, he did not heed our warning last week to keep eyes in the back of his head. Suffice to say, Mr. Bia, maybe you should focus less on NXT and more on our upcoming battle at Full House. Until then, remember one thing, Mr. Bia. Legion is everywhere.
We are Legion.
Dynasty.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call it Dynasty. We only got 8 matches, so
Thank God.
hopefully it's not overkill. Hopefully it doesn't go like fucking 5 hours.
Fucking
Tony.
knock on wood. Knock on wood.
Nothing's announced for the buy-in yet. Maybe one of these will get pushed. I don't know, but we'll see.
Remember the Collision and fucking Rampage are back to back, so I'm sure they'll be dropping some pre-show crap in that.
Yeah.
I'm expecting 10 out of this.
So we got 5 singles matches, a trios match, a house rules match, and a ladder match. So let's kick it off. You know what? If this is the opening match, it'll be a fucking banger. Will Ospreay versus Bryan Danielson.
Pepper needs new shorts already, fam. I tell you what, this is going to absolutely bang.
Imagine opening the show with this match.
I just hear, and I'm not saying this as a negative. I've been doing the best I can to try to compare what kind of match I would get between a Billiam and a Bryan Danielson. You know, is this going to be like how we had the Ospreay Shibata matches in Japan? Is this going to be like an Ospreay Okada match? It's going to be like Ospreay and Zack Sabre Jr. You know, is it going to be so mat based and hard hit, or is it going to be crazy hard hitting? Is it going to be randomly high flying? You don't know. You fucking don't know. Obviously, Will has to win. I don't see any other way where Will doesn't win. You know, Brian's going to go out there and just help give him a banger. I'm trying to figure out how good of a banger is this going to be. You know what I mean? How many stars are we giving out today?
I can see it being a 5-star.
Easy.
And in retrospect now, I kind of don't want it to be the opening match because it is going to drain the crowd. You kind of need a sleeper match after this one to cool down. But honestly, there really isn't one. It's a decent card.
It's a really good card. Keep it funky.
Considering it's a brand new pay-per-view that they've kind of shoot in between, what was the next one? Revolution. What was the last one?
Was the fucking wasn't that double all? No shit. I don't remember. I'm gonna lie.
Was it one in January or was it Wrestle Dream? On it. Anyway, but this is a brand new pay-per-view that they kind of shoot in, so it has no like name hype. It's just a new pay-per-view called Dynasty, and they've produced this great card for it. So, oh wait, was it Full Gear? I think it was Full Gear.
Could have been Full Gear.
But anyway.
Want to say 4 gear? That sounds about right. I'm looking. No, it was Revolution.
Oh, we've already had Jesus, I'm getting so confused.
You're telling me, bruv.
It's because we only used to have like 4 or 5 AEW pay-per-views, and now they're slowly bringing them in every month. Kind of like how we do it.
Yeah, but it's. I'm telling you, that's gonna get old fast. I promise you.
Yeah, I'm. Will Ospreay has to win. He's getting pushed to the moon. Hopefully, I don't want to take away from Swerve or anything, but hopefully they push Will towards a world title in Wembley. We'll see. But either way, banger match with Bryan Danielson, and they're both going to come out looking great. I hope nobody gets injured.
Yeah, please.
That tends to happen when you get two top guys like this putting on a banger match, especially with Danielson. So play it safe.
Please don't die.
Yeah, give me Will Ospreay.
Please don't.
God. So if that's not the opening match, what could be the opening match? And if it is, then what the hell could follow
probably
it?
This trios match would probably be the opener.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario.
Yeah, let's go with that one. Adam Copeland, Eddie Kingston, and Mark Briscoe versus the House of Black. There's a couple of factors I could throw into this one. Briscoe just beat Eddie for the ROH World Title. They seem on the same page about it, but Eddie's got to be feeling it because that's 2 titles he's lost now. Plus, I kind of want to see this set up Cope versus Malachi because I really want to see Malachi as TNT champion.
Bing, bang, boom. You're right down the street I'm on, and don't worry, I'll turn the lights on so you know where to come. I don't want to say like I'm loving this feud. No, this fucking thing has been shit. It's been shit. You understand me? But it's all got to lead to Copeland versus Malachi. It just has to. And I think at the same time, within that breath, the House of Black are desperate for a fucking win. Desperate for some dubs. And they need it here. Brody King looked awesome in his match against Copeland, even though he fucking lost, but semantics. But yeah, I think all signs point to Malachi Black versus Copeland for the TNT title at some point, whether it be in 4 months or 4 weeks where we get to whatever next fucking pay-per-view or happens on a fucking Dynamite for all I give a shit. But yeah, I think that's exactly how it goes. Malachi will probably pin Copeland and to set that up. So yeah. House of Black, please and thank you.
People are also crying out for Malachi to have a singles match. So
I think the rumor, not the rumor, but I think the number is he hadn't had a singles match in like a year plus.
Yeah. Which isn't really a bad thing because he's been leading this stable and they are former trios champions.
But you're telling me you can't give this guy a fucking rando singles match? Come on.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's not like he hasn't been on TV or anything or been relevant. House of Black are like, they're there every week. They're on Dynamite, they're on Collision, they're on Rampage.
But we're not pushing them the way we like. And now watch Buddy Matthews and Malachi go back to NXT. Like, no, they're not. I think Buddy Matthews might leave when his time is up, but then again, I also put that into the idea of look where my wife works or look where my girl works. You know what I mean? Like, I might as well go be with her.
Yeah.
I don't know what Matt Cardona's problem is. So,
but at the same time, you got to think AEW guys have kind of a lighter schedule, which obviously Triple H fired shots at. So they probably see each other a fairly decent amount compared to how it used to be. Like if one was on Raw and one was on SmackDown, they'd never fucking see each other.
Never.
And I hope Malachi sticks around for a while in AEW because he came in really strong, had that great feud with Cody, beat Cody, and then lost to Cody. But that first win was great. And he needs a good singles run before he goes anywhere.
I say, trust me, we can get back to that. We still like him.
Give me House of Black, and then in about like I said, 4 weeks, give me Malachi as TNT champion.
Yes, sir. Sign me up.
Okay. Okada versus Pac.
Fucking
I
hell.
think every fucking title's on the line here for the Continental title.
Oh, goodness gracious.
They also spelled Pac with lowercase A's and C, and I don't like it. It's
Fuck
Pac.
it up. It's Pac. You're supposed to say it all aggressive. Pac.
You're
It's
supposed to
fucking
say it like an
Okada.
angry Geordie.
It's Okada, dude. There's no way this guy's losing anything anytime soon. Not right now. Give him like 6 months. Maybe get fucked over by the Bucks or something. They're gonna have to really do something to fuck him over. But this Continental title is gonna be his for a while, and that's perfectly okay. This is Pac's real first action since being back injured since the last time he was fucking injured.
Yeah.
Which means he's likely to get injured in this match. So just give me Okada. I hope, and then with that being said, I also hope that Pac doesn't get injured. I know I'm making a joke, and I know it's a funny, but in all seriousness, nobody needs to be getting hurt.
Now, what is it with Pac? Does he just go too hard?
I want to say, yeah, I really do. He's a guy that we always said he wrestles hard. Like, he wrestles a very New Japan style, even when he was in NXT and in WWE. He goes all the way. Pedal to the fucking metal, 6 gear, you name it, dude. He's doing it. And it's not a knock. I don't want him to change, but at the same time, I feel like, are you not taking care of yourself then? Like, how are you, like, where's Brian at? Fucking Brian, like, teach this kid how to stretch, how to do your shit. Because, the one thing where Brian has almost never done, he's never really had any big injuries besides, like, busting an orbital bone and shit, and his concussions. Like, I don't remember ever seeing Brian with broken arms or fucked up hands or fucked up this or fucked up that. Like, the dude worked through it all.
Muscle.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, thank you. I was gonna say torn fucking muscles or legs. Like, I've never heard it from Brian, so it's like somebody needs to get, fucking Brian to be the health and conditioning coach or something in this motherfucker. Because
Brian
gets hurt way too much.
Brian doesn't really pull anything. He just gets smacked too hard.
Yep. Like, what happened? Oh, somebody fucking whacked the crap out of him. Oh, my bad.
You got kicked in the head. Okay. Let's not do that again.
Please don't.
I mean, Pac's shredded out of his mind.
Yeah. One of those conundrums, fam.
Just
because you got the muscle doesn't mean that muscle's in what's the terminology? Like, toned? Not toned. Yeah. Properly stretched. That's the term I should be using.
No, I mean, he moves so fast too. He's not just the way he works. He moves like a fucking cartoon.
He's like 5'4", fucking almost 200 pounds solid, but moves as like hella fast.
It's almost like he moves at a different frame rate.
Seriously.
Okada to retain. Let's get another title because they are all on the line. Literally, they are all on the line apart from the 6-man and the trios titles, but we're getting that soon.
Yeah, even the TBS, no, yeah.
I think it's on Collision, actually, the trios and the 6-man unification.
Is it?
It's they definitely did the challenge on Dynamite.
They made the challenge and they accepted. But they had said that they were going to do an old school tag match.
Oh.
So that I would hope this quote unquote unification of 6-man titles happens on this fucking show. That should make it 9 matches.
If you think about it, unifying the 6-man and the trios titles would make much more sense to do it double or nothing. Because you literally go home with double titles or nothing.
I'm going to say the puns are going crazy.
Yeah, I love that pay-per-view name because there are so many puns you can make.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then let's go with the international title. Roddy Strong and the Kingdom finally turned on Cool Kyle.
Numbers.
Yeah. I mean, we saw it coming a mile off, but still. I was already getting tired of seeing happy-go-lucky Kyle O'Reilly. We need that fucking fire inside of him to be lit up again. So, I don't know if we're going to see a title change, but certainly going to see a more focused Kyle O'Reilly.
This match is my sleeper of the night. It's going to bang for no good reason. Do not get up and go get yourself some refreshments. You better watch this whole thing start to bottom. I would fucking love to see Kyle as international champion already, but I also feel like that would just like you're shoving him in there. You know what I mean? He doesn't really need to be there right now. And I'm not saying doesn't need to be there. That's my better term. This Roddy just got it. Roddy needs it a little bit more than Kyle does. But the reality is, in storyline mode, there's too many numbers against him. It's obviously it's the Kingdom, it's Wardlow, it's fucking Adam Cole, even if the guy can walk, against Kyle O'Reilly. And I don't
Kyle's
think
got
Kyle
nobody.
has anybody. Maybe Bob the Fish, Bob the Fish, but that's it. You're gonna have one dude like he's not gonna have anybody on his side. But is it gonna bang for no good goddamn reason other than the fact it's gonna bang? And that's okay.
Yeah.
I'll take it. But yeah, give me Roddy.
Yeah. Maybe Kyle gets it further down the line if they keep this feud going, but I don't see Strong dropping it anytime soon.
Yeah, no. I want to say he just got it just his last pay-per-view at Revolution.
Yeah, and it kind of makes sense for him to keep the international title, Kingdom to keep the ROH tag team titles, because we're closing in on Adam Cole coming back, and he's going to be chasing that world title.
Mm-hmm. A world title, maybe even fucking Ring of Honor world title at this point. That would make him the only 4-time Ring of Honor champion. Good things you can do with Adam
poor
Cole
Mark
when he gets
Briscoe.
back. I know, right? God damn it.
Okay, that's 4 down, 4 to go. Let's go to the TBS title, Julia versus Willow Nightingale.
Oh my goodness.
And the winner gets Mercedes. Mercedes Moné, not a Mercedes.
That's right, I was about to say, not just a Mercedes, Mercedes Moné. I think Stokely Hathaway is going to get involved some way or shape or form, and it's going to be either hilarious or awesome or detrimental. I can't tell. It's just going to happen, and I'm excited for it. But to emphasize the point here before anybody gets upset, we all like Julia Hart. Okay, we do. We love the gimmick. We love the everything. But she got her crowning moment, and then they just said, cool, go over there and wait when we figure out what to do with you. And they did it for too long. And then they kept doing the same thing with her, again, for too long.
Yeah.
And it got boring, even though it wasn't her fault. I'm not saying like, oh, she's boring, it's her fault, she's crap. They haven't given her anything to do other than to just fucking be there. And it sucks. But at the same time, I've been calling for Willow to win a title for a while. And I mean, she had won the I think
New Japan Strong.
New Japan Strong title, or the Women's New Japan, or whatever the fuck it is. She won that belt. Good for her. I don't know if she still has it or not, but now is the perfect time for her to win the TBS championship. She's obviously already building towards a match between her and Mercedes Moné. I would rather see Willow versus Mercedes than I would rather see Mercedes versus Julia Hart. I just think her and Mercedes and Willow would put on a way better match. It would be a bigger story. They've already building it. So personally, I'll stick with fucking Willow Nightingale. Give my girl the belt. She deserves one. Keep Mercedes away. I don't even want her at commentary. Tell her to fuck off.
Now, Willow lost it after a couple of months to Julia.
Shocker.
And then she lost it to Stephanie Baker.
Hey, what do you know?
But yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Like, Julia's been great, but every now and then they have to kind of remind us she's TBS champion. And it makes no sense for her to beat Willow if Mercedes is the next in line, because she's obviously, like you said, still already building that feud with Nightingale. So it makes no sense for Julia to win. It has to be Willow.
Plus, $3 million a year. You need to give her the TBS title.
Right. She can just walk to the front of the line and get a title shot.
Yeah, no, it's not a big deal. Not a big deal.
I love that. Oh, I got next at Double or Nothing. Everybody's like, wait, what the fuck? What about the ranking system?
Fuck your ranking
Fuck.
system.
Money over ranking.
That's right. I got the money.
Oh,
I'll
man.
tell TK, I'll give you back some of my salary if you put me in the match.
They put that friggin' graphic up on Tuesday, I think it was. Tomorrow on Dynamite, we'll hear from Mercedes Moné, and I'm like, do we have to?
Yeah, do we have to?
I'll give her credit in the ring. She is good, but I do not need to hear her speak.
She's just bad now. I don't know what happened.
I've never really thought she was great at promos. I've always found her promos kind of cringy. Sometimes she was better than other times, but yeah, she has been awful at promos in AEW.
God awful.
Maybe too much creative freedom, Tony.
Yeah, maybe you think.
I mean, we keep saying stop giving wrestlers scripts, but sometimes you need to dial them back a little bit.
Pause. Don't give them a script. Give them guidelines.
Yes. Or work with them.
Hey.
Like Punk said, don't bring me lines on a piece of paper. Come and work with me.
Yeah, I like that. Way better.
All right. Let's go. We still got the other women's title, but let's go with the ladder match. The Bucks versus FTR, which is all Punk's fault.
Yep.
But it is for the vacant AEW tag team titles.
The way that they spun this off of a fucking thing that they shouldn't have done. We can go into a whole rant about it. We can't. We just did it last week.
It's crazy that they spun it and it was awful, but genius at the same time.
It helped nobody.
No.
It made TK look like a fucking idiot in the Bucks via association, even though 2 days after that they fucking came out and said like that. We said no. And TK's like, oh, it'll be good.
But you can kind of see the logic behind it. Like, okay, yeah, I can see that. They were distracted by Punk, so they lost to FTR. But not really.
In the land of suspending my disbelief, you bet your ass it makes sense.
Take your brain out.
Again, in the land of pro wrestling, sure, let's go with it. It makes fucking sense. In retrospect, in reality, you guys are fucking stupid. But hey, whatever builds the story. Speaking of the story, I don't actually think the Bucks have ever beaten FTR.
Ooh.
Now that I sit back and think about it, I don't think they've actually ever beaten them.
Let me check cage match.
So yeah, double check me, please, because I'm almost positive, especially with the world titles on the line, I don't think the Bucks have ever beaten FTR. Which, if that's the case, then that means it's definitely going down. Has to happen. I mean, what a better way to I guess brand out your tag team champions than to have them as your EVPs. You know what I mean? Very Hall and Nash of them, by the way.
Okay. So between tag team and like 6-8-man tag, they've faced each other 7 times. Why are you not telling me who won?
Fuckers.
I just want to know who won. I don't want to know what other people thought about it.
Right? Yeah. Fuck your opinion. But again, that's where I'm leaning. I'm gonna go with the Bucks. I think the Bucks is their match. Well, I don't want to say it's their match because ladder match is kind of for everybody, especially in this fucking tag division. But I'm gonna lean towards the Bucks. I feel like this is a better opportunity, and if I turn out to be right about the whole thing about them never really beating FTR, that's also a little extra sugar top. So we'll take that one. But I'm not saying FTR don't need the belts. You know, they could absolutely use the momentum too, but this just adds to the fuel to the fire, you know what I mean? The people that already hate the Bucks, oh, they're fucking shitty EVPs. It's just like WCW. Well, guess what? Now it'd really be like WCW. They walk around like the goddamn outsiders. Be awesome.
Okay, so this is only the 4th time that they faced each other in a straight tag match. All the other times have been 6-8 people tag match. The Bucks have beat them once, so it's 2-1 to FTR.
So it's time to tie it up, fam.
Yeah. I think they'd probably get more heat if they won the titles.
Heat.
As much as I
Very
want to
Vince McMahon of
see
us.
FTR back on top, it's very easy for people to hate the Bucks right now. So, with them being the arrogant prick EVP heels, so put the titles on them too, get more heat.
Again, I'm telling you, baby, outsider mode. Hall and Nash is the new era. Hall and Nash, just fucking a whole foot shorter.
Plus, is Okada going to get involved?
Hey, yeah, you guys, we can't forget about the Okada man.
All right. So far we are even Stevens. Let's go to the other women's title, the world women's title, Toni Storm versus Thunder Rosa. I'll be honest, this is the one I'm probably gonna get up and get something for. Not because I don't like either of them. I just think it's a foregone conclusion. Toni Storm has to retain.
It's setting up like Toni Storm as the women's world champion right now is best for business. It's setting up for a handful of matches. Her versus Deonna again. Her versus Mercedes Moné if that ends up going down. And then whomever else they end
Jamie.
up bringing for who?
Jamie Hayter. She's got to come
Jamie
back
Hayter.
soon.
Don't forget, she's coming back. Jamie Hayter's on her way back. And then, of course, her own protege in Mercedes and Mariah May, who, by the way, has just never in her AEW career put on a bad match. This fucking kid's killing it. Killing it. Excuse me. But I'm with it's not a I don't want to watch this match and shit blah 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 blah. It's a hey, thanks for coming out, Thunder Rosa. We know you're a really good champ, former champ. You're not winning this one. Sorry. Appreciate you coming out though, dear.
But I don't think it's clear and cut that she's going to lose because Toni Storm has to retain. I think she's going to lose because Deonna Purrazzo is going to turn heel.
Hey, I like that one. I like that one a lot. It always is the number game, especially in Toni Storm's matter, or at least lately.
Yeah. Well, we've been getting a lot of tension between Deonna and Thunder Rosa the past couple of weeks. With obviously Deonna Purrazzo's unfinished with Toni Storm. She's coming out to help Thunder Rosa. Rosa keeps pushing her away. But as we've seen from TNA, Deonna Purrazzo is a great heel.
Mm-hmm.
And she's not really doing anything as a babyface in AEW.
No, which is fine. That's fine. Give her the moment; she'll get fucking better. You put Deonna like she's getting on the match. But no, she's checking in. She's checking in. That's how it is. But it's the truth though. You know what I mean? It's looking that way. Her and Deonna again. It's gonna likely go that way. And the worst case scenario would be her and Jamie Hayter, which again. Nobody's upset at that, but in order to get there, Toni has to win this time. And like I said, it's not a dig, it's not a knock on Thunder Rosa. Love her. Thanks for coming out, my dear. But you're an enhancement name. You're an enhancement name. Appreciate you.
Yeah,
where's Britt Baker at?
Yeah, where's Britt Baker? And can they keep Toni Storm as champion until August? Because I'm thinking the best case scenario is Jamie Hayter finally gets her title back in Wembley.
Wembley.
I just want everybody to win fucking titles in Wembley.
Who does? Come on, come on. You see how fucking crazy footy teams get out there when they win a fucking cup? Come on, dude. It's fucking Wembley.
Yeah, but you look at the story. I think Jamie was supposed to win the title at the first All In Wembley last year.
Yeah.
But obviously she got injured, so they put it on Saraya, which also in itself was a great moment.
Absolutely.
But yeah, Storm wins this one. Can she keep it till August? I mean, I think she's got the talent to. It just depends on what they do with her till then.
If you can give me a convincing win over Deonna, then I can see it. You know what I mean? And then that way she's just completely unbeatable. And oh shit, Jamie Hayter.
Yeah. All right. This takes us to the main event, which has to be a title change. Samoa Joe, you've been an incredible leader of the locker room and an incredible world champion, defending against Swerve Strickland. But let's face it, it's Swerve's time.
I swerve when I drive because that's how you're supposed to do. It's It is a foregone conclusion. It is a foregone conclusion that Swerve Strickland absolutely needs to win this match and move on as AEW World Champion, put us into a quote-unquote new era and such and so forth. However, with that being said, Wembley would be 4 months away.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's okay enough for me. I feel like Swerve really needs to be a long champ. And if Wembley were, because we're not predicting that this is exactly what it's going to be, but if Wembley were to be Swerve v. Ospreay, it has to be Will.
Yeah.
That wins in Wembley. So I'm going to still stick with Swerve because I think it needs to happen. But if heaven for fucking bid, they decide to swerve us, it'll be Joe hanging on to that motherfucker until August.
Yeah.
And
See,
I don't hate it though, but we want Swerve so bad.
if they'd have just put the title on Swerve at Revolution in that triple threat instead of waiting until now, it wouldn't have been so bad for him to drop it at Wembley.
5-6 months, Ray would have been perfect. It would have left us wanting more and wanting him in the main title picture still. It would have set up fine. But instead, they didn't go, and fucking bastards.
Unless we are just fantasy booking and Will's going to have some other banger match and we're probably going to get Swerve and Hangman again, but this time for the world title in Wembley.
Cool. I can go with that one. But then, who do you have Will go against in Zack Sabre Jr.?
Yeah, or, I mean, Okada's there now.
That's
we know
true.
they can bang together.
Hey, there you go. We're booking Will. We're helping book Will so we can keep Swerve as champ. We like this.
I mean, they are fully invested in Will Ospreay, so you got to give him a banger match on. Well, I mean, it's your biggest international show of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, 2 for Swerve, and yep, we are even on the whole show. So let's just hope it's predictable, but good predictable.
I think it is going to be good predictable. I think it's going to be a good show, even though it was randomly thrown out there impromptu, as you say, or as I like to say. But I'm happy. This is going to be cool, bro. Either the only one I could see maybe being a smidge different would maybe be the Bucks match, and it's about it.
I mean, they might surprise us with the international title match and give it to Kyle, but
hey,
logic says keep it on strong.
We like logic.
Yeah. We're wrestling fans. Of course we do. But speaking of pay-per-views, our next special event, Full House, is coming on May 23rd. It's the second time we've held this event, and it comes complete with AEW Double or Nothing predictions.
Whew, my goodness. Speaking of Double or Nothing, it also comes complete with my favorite, Full Trivia Mayhem, as Chris Reed looks to keep his momentum from finally defeating the captain and going toe-to-toe with Mark Langton as he finally challenges the Phoenix for the Knowledge Champion. Again, it is Full Trivia Mayhem. Can the Mercenary beat the man they call Phoenix?
5 rounds to the bell. Let's go. Television Championship is also on the line as per the demands of Anon Mascaras. It's Dragon Club versus Dragon Club as Chad Malcolm has to defend his new title against the one we call the coach, Travis Anderson.
Get my whistle ready. I fucking love it. Anon Mascaras also has his own fish to fry. Getting the boy hungry over here as he finally steps up and goes one-on-one with my man, the man they call Beer, in promo exhibition. This goes back to the very first episode of the year where Anon Mascaras was targeting Beer, where we finally find out who he is and who the fuck is underneath that mask.
Well, we may or may not have those answers, but for now, go to maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com/fullhouse for more information. And as we mentioned, the Phoenix is your Knowledge Champion, but he has something he wants to address this week, which does not involve the Knowledge Championship or Chris. Part-time Phoenix is obviously looking for more work, so let's find out what's going down with the Dragon Club's OG, the Phoenix.
Part-time Feeney.
Okay, I'm going to be making this short and straight to the point. Corey, Cypher, you've come a long way the last 12 months. You beat Beer, you beat Moses, you beat Chad, you beat this guy, you beat that guy. Yeah, that's real good. Good for you. In fact, there may even be a day where you even rule the yard. But this ain't your day, boy. Because you see, it's like this, my friend. You ain't ever beat me. And so now I want to know, are you man enough to try and reach that level of immortality? Or am I also haunting your head like the demoness? Well, I say it's about time we find out. May 23rd at Full House. What do you say?
Wow, that was unexpected. I guess we'll see what Cypher has to say maybe next week. But for now, I mean, we haven't even heard from Cypher since Mania. He's still in that fucking trance, as far as I can tell, from Teddy and the cameo from the Demoness.
Hey,
Promo Mania blew my mind as much as it blew Cypher's, by the sounds of things.
you're fucking telling me, bruv. You're telling me. But hey, it's a whole new game out here. We're going after the big fish. I like what Feeney's doing. Do your thing, fam. All power to you, as they say.
Yeah. Going after Cypher is a big movie. I mean, he has killed it the past several months as world champion.
I was gonna say you don't get that just cause.
No, you do not. Although, I mean, there has been a new world champion at Promo Mania for the last few years now. Actually,
That's true.
I think ever since the title was created, there's been a new world champion at Promo Mania.
Hey, that just means that that's just how it goes. It's your time is up. Come Promo Mania, can you withstand? Can you be the guy to withhold it? And nobody has done so far. But hey, again, good on my man Feeney. You're going after the former world champ. You're putting some respect. Put some respect on Feeney's name. They said.
And looking for double duty.
Hey.
So let's close off the show with our two segments where we get to say who's good and who's bad. Let's put some twat points on the board with the twatometer.
Y'all can't let us have anything good.
Expect even less from a bunch of neckbeard stinky twats.
To answer the question, no.
No, it's and that's where I'm leaning this week. I honestly haven't heard much negativity outside of like Ryback, stupid ass, but I fucking ignore the shit out of that moron. I will give him 10 points just for being alive still. But in reality, I'm gonna speak from the heart. I'm gonna be transparent in this one. As a guy who decided after Mania, I'm gonna give WWE a better shot. I watched Raw. I watched NXT. Shockingly, NXT I didn't hate. I thought I was gonna hate it. I didn't hate it at all. I thought I forgot who how pause. I forgot how Noam Dar looked, and this long hair. He don't look like Noam Dar. So we need to fucking change that real quick. But that's beside the point. Twat points. I'm giving 10. I'm giving 10 to the IWC, or at least to the Roman crybabies, whatever you want to call the Roman rompers, the Roman. I'm trying to think of a fucking. There you go, the Roman rompers. Let's go with that one. That sounds terrible because you're fucking children. You have to wear a one-piece thing anyway with your diaper hanging out.
Yes.
I just don't understand. Like if I could give the guy 4 months, and then if he's boring after 4 months, they call him out. I don't give a shit. But give him 4 months, not 4 hours, not 4 days. For fuck's sake, fam.
How many points for the Roman rompers?
We'll give him 20. Fuck it. I said 10. I'm doubling it up because I feel some type of way.
Where does that put them on the board? That puts them tied with Ronda Rousey and those live event fans that gave Maxine Dupree shit.
Hey, fucking bastards.
We still don't know where it was because he didn't say.
Not important enough.
Nah. Anybody else on the twat board this week?
I'm really trying to think. I'm going to give TK another 5 just because that shit's still lingering for me. Still shouldn't have dropped the video. As much as we're spinning it now, as much as we're spinning it, and trust me, there's a lot of spinning it, it was still fucking stupid. Fucking stupid.
Incredibly stupid. All right. There we go. That's the twat points. Now, for the good side of the week, let's put some yeet points on the board with the yeet-o-meter.
Yeet?
You feel me? For real. Do you feel him, sir? Do.
Right off the bat, I'm going to give 20 points to Lee Fitting. He is the guy that replaced Kevin Dunn in WWE. So, he's responsible for these beautiful new shots we've got. That, again, another transition shot. The one we got following Jey Uso out of the arena, bumped into Sami Zayn, followed him back into... That was just gold.
Choice, fam.
So Lee Fitton, you get 20 points. And on that same note, I'm going to give 10 points to Sami Zayn for that awesome Montreal entrance.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? Let's give 5 points to Chad Gable for finally turning heel and suplexing a man out of his wife's arms.
That's right. God damn it, that's right. Hurt Gable.
Just a great closing to Raw. A beautiful, great final half hour.
Uncle Paul, if you're fucking watching, brother, I need you to call whoever you know at fucking TNA. Get Borash on the phone. I need fucking Kurt Angle's TNA theme. You give that motherfucker to Chad Gable, you let him go nuts. Woo, fucking shit.
Kurt Angle's. If you look at Kurt Angle in 99, 2000 and say he's going to come out to hip hop one day, I think you're fucking crazy.
Yep.
But that TNA theme slapped like a motherfucker.
It not only did it's the opening. That weird siren, whatever. It gave you fucking the chills, fam. The chills. And you can do that with Chad Gable. Do it with Chad Gable. Do it.
I mean, all we saw was an attack which lasted like 5 minutes because they were running out of time. But I mean, if we see a full segment, I'm very interested to see this new side of Chad Gable, because I don't think we've seen him as a heel before. Alpha Academy were always American Alpha were always baby faces.
His heel run was supposed to be with that fucking Shorty G shit.
Oh jeez.
Fuck that.
Fucking Vince.
Fucking Vince.
Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. No more points. I mean, we've already done the tournament, but we can probably give a shout out to Eric Bischoff for being a grumpy old bastard again. He got very, very salty because Dynamite is about to overtake Nitro on Turner in terms of longevity. And he's just like, hey, all virgins masturbate in the basement, watch AEW. Shut the fuck up, Eric. Bro, you're a grumpy old bastard that ran two companies almost into the ground.
Thank you. That's the truth. But let's be funky for 2 seconds, real fast. Talk about motherfuckers in their mom and dad's basement. Brother, you brought us the cats from Japan. You know the kind of people that used to watch the motherfuckers in Japan and in Mexico? Motherfuckers that would watch tapes in their basement. You fucking idiot. God damn, he's a moron.
I swear those Hall of Fame rings are cursed.
It implants something in your brain that makes you think you're better than anybody. That's why
not all of them.
Right there, and I don't ever wear it.
Not all of them, but definitely Eric. It definitely fucked up Sonny even more.
Oh yeah.
Donald Trump got one. he turned into a fruitcake. I mean, he was a fruitcake anyway, but he turned even fruitier.
Ring.
Who else? Paul Bearer's son pawned his fucking ring.
Yeah, what a moron.
Just, hey, you want to go in the Hall of Fame? Nah.
Fuck that shit.
Terry Funk and the Sandman got the right idea.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, thank you for joining us. I hope we rocked you harder than Chad Gable suplexing Sami Zayn out of his wife's arms.
Fuck yeah.
From behind, I might add. German suplexing. From behind. Before we close this up, let's find out what host Mo and the TSK have for you Pencil Neck Geeks this week with a roundup of Click This.
All right. So the WrestleMania review has not dropped due to some editing issues. To be transparent with folks, my normal video process that we go through with recording didn't work. We had to use a different one. That one ruined a lot of audio. Ruined it. It was like, it works perfect. No, I fucking ruined a bunch of audio. So I had to go in and fix it. Thank God I always do a backup recording of audio. So that, believe it or not, I was going to try to have it drop today. We're going to push it for Friday. That way you got a Thursday episode, a Friday episode, and then the boys will be right back on Monday with a review of Dynasty. So that's happening. Max Football podcast hasn't gone anywhere. We also just have it recorded. It was one of those things where, as everybody knows, especially in the land of footy, it gets hectic. And when it gets hectic and you're on two different sides of the world, it's a little hard for us to connect. But don't trip, that's not going anywhere. I assure you, when the season hits, when the summer hits, as they call it in the land of footy, the episodes will definitely pick up. So don't get hesitant. Don't go running away. The Max Footy Pod will be back in due time. And before I get out of here and let y'all know about the fun socials, Daz normally is the man with all the announcements. So next week, I will come at y'all with a very huge announcement. And to sweeten the pot right now, to get the ideas flowing, it is not about King of the Mic, even though this is my official declaration to enter King of the Mic. I like how I did that. But let's keep this rocking. Make sure to come back next week so you figure out what my special announcement is. But hit the socials so you can find out when we're dropping anything, the new stuff. I think we got freaking we got the all kinds of stuff happening. The Max Footy Pod's happening. We got the TSK's coming back. Throne Zone's on its way back, if I'm not mistaken. So we got all kinds of fun stuff that you got to come check out. And the only way you could do that is following us on the Evil X Machine. And boy almighty, is it evil these days. Max Wrestling UK, Captain 512, SMR Podnet, and for the footy fans, Max Football Pod. Check us out at the website, maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, follow button, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, because we back on it, by the way. Come interact with us. We're dropping the Opus clips on there. Don't trip. Your boy still interacts, and we will still get interactions with y'all. So that's coming back. There is a possibility we could go live on TikTok with the TSK review. We don't know. It's not a for sure thing. Keep it in the happenings, though, because if y'all push us, we'll do it. But, again, hit the socials, get following, hit that website, do the thing.
Yeah, and TikTok, you guys are way not trusting enough.
Yeah, seriously.
Right. Send the code to my phone. That's not your phone. Oh, okay. Send me an email. That's not the email that's registered to the account, but it's the one I use to log in. That's not the right email. Okay, can I just give you the password? No, you gotta enter a code. Just let me fucking log in, dude.
For months on end, we had this problem. They finally let us in, and now we ain't going nowhere.
They don't like the fact that we both had access to the account at the same time.
That's what it was. It was like, what do you mean you're in the UK and the United States at the same time? It's like, yeah, we're fucking, this is a partnership. I don't give a fuck.
Give me the code. Yeah, but he's got the phone and he's on the other side of the world. Well, halfway across the world.
Still.
Fucking TikTok. Speaking of new shit, what we got coming up? Well, we mentioned King of the Mic. There's still a few spots left. We already got Cypher, who is already, he announced the tournament. He's already calling himself King. Oh, yeah. Max Wrestling Shop. You can get merchandise just like this right now. I will drop the link in the description because it's not like anything fancy like Max Wrestling Shop or anything. It's tshirtstudio.com/marketplace/max-wrestling. It'll be easier if you just look in the description. I'll put the link in there.
Just hit the link, fam.
It ships everywhere, UK, USA. So we got you. You can get t-shirts, hoodies. We might have some mouse pads coming soon, key rings, cups. The works.
The works, fam.
So that's it for us this week. Make sure you join us next week for Mo's big announcement. We may or may not hear from Beer. We may or may not hear from Cypher. There's a lot of challenges being thrown out. We'll find out as we get closer to Full House. But you've been watching the Cap and Mo. Goodbye. And good night.
Arsenal lost to Bayern Munich. Ha! Fuck you, Gooners.
And Wrexham's going up again.
Up to Wrexham.